Hello. Hi. If someone could please leave me a little comment so I know that you can hear me okay and hopefully see me okay. But welcome to the Positive Birth Company live Unwind series. If you're new to this, there's a lovely teacher, weeknights 9 p.m. So subscribe to the channel. Set reminders so that you can be here for Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, lovely offerings, 9 p.m. Perfect. Hi, Jay. Hi. Thank you very much for leaving me a comment. Fab. Yes, so subscribe, set reminders so that you can be here throughout the week to practice. Hi, Sarah. Yes, so I'm going to wait a couple of moments just to make sure everybody is here practicing who wants to be here practicing. So make sure you have a couple of props handy in this time. If you have 2 yoga blocks, use some yoga blocks. Otherwise, 2 books, preferably same thickness if possible, will work perfectly. If you could also grab a blanket just so that you're nice and warm at the end, but also we're doing more movement tonight, so you might find it handy to have extra padding underneath your knees. So a blanket is always handy to use if you need that. As well as that, if you can have a cushion for the end, and if you are practicing and you're pregnant, please could you have a couple of pillows handy at the end too, just to make relaxation much more comfortable. Hello, yay, glad that you're here. Yes, so if you can have all of that handy. And then also set your environment so that your environment is nice and relaxing. Perhaps play some music. If you want the playlist I created for it, you can find it on my Spotify. It's titled PBC YouTube Live 2. So quite easy to find. On my Spotify is Keri Lincoln, KeriLincoln. So definitely play some music if you wish, or your own relaxing music. Light a candle, dim the lights if you can. So yes, definitely set your environment so it's nice, warm, cozy, so that you're ready to just gently relax and hopefully head straight off to bed afterwards. Perfect. Hi, Dee. Yes, lovely. Okay, so I think we shall make a start. So if you want to come to a seated position on your mat, sitting onto your sit bones, if you have a cushion handy, perhaps sit right onto the edge of that cushion just to help you lengthen your spine even more. Hands can come on your knees, thighs, they can rest in your lap. Just choose however is comfortable. Lift up tall through the crown of the head. If this isn't comfortable for you, cross-legged, feel free to sit on your heels and ankles or send your legs out straight, or perhaps even sit yourself up against a wall to help encourage you to sit up nice and comfortably. So yes, just make yourself comfortable here. Give yourself a wriggle, relax your shoulders. And when you're ready, softly close your eyes. Relax your facial muscles, relax your jaw. Release the shoulders down. And just draw your awareness to your breath. Take a slow, smooth inhale. And a long, slow exhale. Slow, smooth inhale. Long, smooth exhale. Breathing in and out through your nose, if that's comfortable for you to do so. And just taking some time to notice the pathway of your breath. Notice where is expanding, where is filling on every single inhale. And then where is softening, where is releasing on every single exhale. Perhaps bringing your hand or both hands onto your belly. Noticing whether your hands move with your breath. And if you don't feel much movement going on there, then perhaps just give your belly a little rub, a little massage, just encouraging your breath, bringing your awareness to where you wish for that breath to travel. And don't panic if your belly isn't expanding too much, if you don't feel much going on with your hands. Right now, just breathe. Breathing is perfect. It might take practice to get your breath deeper. Wherever you're breathing right now is perfect. Bringing your hands back onto the legs. And then just scanning briefly through your body. Scanning from the crown of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. Just a brief body scan. Just to bring us into the present moment. To combine your body and your mind. Combine your breath. Scanning all the way down equally from the head to the tips of the toes. And just noticing how your body is feeling in this moment right now. Holding no judgment, not trying to change anything at all. Just noticing what your body is trying to tell you. Just feel where you might be holding any tension. And then just keeping aware of that, of those areas that need some extra love, some extra TLC tonight. And staying aware of that means that you can make tonight's practice your own. You can move more organically. To help release these areas. And just taking a moment longer to arrive. We're going to start combining our breath and movement together. So the movement literally rides your breath. We'll start really small as you inhale. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears, and maybe that's a tiny movement for you, or maybe it's a little bit bigger. And you exhale, release the shoulders away. Inhale, shoulders draw up towards the ears. And you exhale, release the shoulders away. And again, inhale. And exhale. Keeping the shoulders where they are, nice and relaxed. Inhale, lift the chin up towards the ceiling slightly. Gently blink or open your eyes. And exhale, ease the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, bring the head all the way back up to the center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, bring it back to the center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Following your own breath, inhale back to the center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Aiming to keep both shoulders nice and level. And you inhale, bring it all the way back up on top. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, bring it all the way back up on top. Next, inhale, lift your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Reach up really high for your fingertips. Stretch up. And as you exhale, bring the hands slightly behind you. Fingertips touch the ground, just open into your chest. Inhale, maybe see if you can lift even higher through the chest. Slight gaze up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bring yourself back to that comfortable seated position. Wrap your thumbs and your fingers, circle into your wrists one way. Ignoring my creaks and cracks if you can hear them. Circle your wrists the other way. And just give them a little bit of a shake. Remove any cushions that are underneath you. Place them on the side, you'll be needing them later. And just bring yourself into an all fours position. So your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Outer shoulder is as if it's drawing a line all the way down, and that line meets up to the middle point of your wrist. So the hands might be slightly wider than you originally anticipated. Once they're there, grip for your fingertips. Knees are in line with your hips unless you need them slightly wider. If you are practicing and you are pregnant, then you might find these slightly wider, more comfortable. Otherwise, from here, just do a couple rocks forwards and backwards. Just gently warming into the wrists. Belly button drawing in towards the spine. Keeping that nice tabletop position. And just bring yourself back to the center. If you are practicing pregnant or newly postnatal, perhaps keep your cow curve to a minimum. Otherwise, as you inhale, tilt the pelvis forwards. Allow that to ripple up the spine so that you can ease your heart through your arms, chest pushing forwards. Then as you exhale, tuck the pelvis under, ripple all the way up the spine, press the floor away from you, spread your shoulder blades apart and let your head hang in your cat curve. And you just allow this to flow with your breath. Your inhale is your small cow curve or that little bit bigger, if that's comfortable for you. And your exhale is that tuck, that push of the floor away, that rounding of the upper back. And we'll do this a couple of times. Inhale and exhale. Follow your own breath. Your breath might be slower than mine. It might be quicker than mine. And after a few of these, just like we did last week, as you start to move more organically and you listen to what your body wants and you start to scribble. Maybe you have lateral movement side to side. Maybe it's more circular, either circular of your torso or circular over the wrists, making sure you do both ways if you're doing that. Perhaps it's a moment of rest, just resting back, then rippling, whichever feels best for you. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to influence your movement, so just move however feels good. And again, just take a few more rounds to scribble, listening to what feels best. And the best place to scribble is in the comfort of your own home, where you can just move freely. And then once you've finished scribbling, just bring yourself back to that neutral position. From here, you're going to send your right leg back and tuck your toes under, like we did last time. Just do little pulses to begin with. Now, if you wish, you can bring your hands onto your books or your blocks to help this next transition move with ease. Otherwise, feel free to keep the hands on the ground. You'll inhale, lift that right leg up. Doesn't need to lift high because we want to keep our alignment exactly the same. Exhale, step that foot forwards. You're aiming to get to the outside of the right hand. If it doesn't quite get there, you can always catch hold of your ankle and just shimmy, shimmy, shimmy that foot forwards until your knee is in line with your ankle. If you're practicing pregnant, please shorten your stance. You don't want to be in a deep stance. Otherwise, stay where you are. Inhale, lean forwards. Untuck the back toes if that's good for you. Feel free to keep them tucked if it felt better. And exhale, draw the hips back. Lift your right toes up. Now, if it feels really tight here and it doesn't feel comfortable to straighten that leg, you can really ground down for your heel. Keep your knee nicely bent and then pull back for your right hip, and you will feel a really good stretch just by grounding the heel down and pulling back for your hip. So you don't need to have the leg straight. You can have that bend if you wish. You inhale, bring yourself forwards. You exhale, take it back. And you do this one more time. Inhale, come forwards. Now you might find being on blocks or books helps you to lift and lengthen even more. So feel free to do that. As you lift and lengthen, please keep your front heel and back knee squeezing in towards each other so that we're not just melting into our stretch. We've really got active engagement going on, so keeping ourselves nice and safe in the stance. Then as you exhale, glide it back. This time, perhaps hold it there. Completely up to you. If you want to continue moving forwards and backwards a couple more, you can. Otherwise, inhale, ripple the spine, lengthen it up. And try and keep that long spine as you exhale, maybe fold a little bit deeper. Just breathe a couple of rounds of breath. If it feels too much, obviously keep moving forward and back if you prefer, or just lighten off. You don't need to lean too far forwards. The aim is to keep the spine long rather than the head going down really low. You inhale, bring yourself back, forwards. From here, your right elbow comes onto your right thigh. It pushes the thigh away from you so you have some nice stability in your shoulder. And inhale, lift your left hand up so it rests onto your left shoulder. I'm going to twist a little bit so you can see. Your left elbow is then going to do a really big circle back. Open back behind you, it then comes forwards. From here, the left arm maybe extends straight if you wish. Otherwise, you can keep the hand on the shoulder for a gentler option. And a full circle back. If you're starting to feel like this is a little bit too much on your knees, please place a blanket underneath the knees. Once you've done 3 back, bring your hand back onto your shoulder, do 1 circle forwards. With the elbow circling first, nice big circle. Then maybe you reach out straight if you wish. 1 more circle. Keep pushing your right elbow down into the thigh so that we don't sink into it. And then bring that left hand down, either onto your book or onto the floor or the block. Left fingertips grip. From here, you just gently shimmy the right foot out a touch more so it's right on the edge of the mat. You might even find it's more comfortable to turn your toes out slightly, but again, still keep this engagement drawing in so that we're not just sinking down. Press the left fingertips down, either right hand on thigh, just open up to the right, or perhaps your inhale lifts the right arm up towards the ceiling. You can explore with it. You can reach back behind you if you wish, or you can lift up like we just did. From the up position, you can cactus your arm so your right elbow can bend, shoulder blade draws in. Maybe there's a slight lift of the chest up towards the ceiling. Palm in, thumb back. And the thumb is kind of actively reaching back. Okay, inhale, lift that right arm back up. Bring the hand back down onto the floor or your blocks. Move your right hip back again, just like you did at the very beginning. This time, turn your right toes off your mat. Now from here, perhaps this is where you stay. Keep pulling back for your right hip rather than letting that hip sink forwards. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you frame the foot so that your left hand moves closer to that right ankle and your right hand steps over. If this is too much, obviously go back to that beginning position of both hands out in front. If you feel comfortable to take it further still, and I wouldn't do this if I was pregnant just because I wouldn't want to squash baby, so maybe stay where you are. Otherwise, if you wish to take it further, left hand steps across 2. You're pulling back through that right hip the whole time. And if you've gone to this position and it's screaming at you that this isn't right, you obviously come back to a more comfortable position for you. Listen to your body. Every position is absolutely perfect for you, so just go with where is right for you. You then inhale, bring yourself all the way back forwards, hands on blocks or on the ground. Maybe tuck your left toes under, bring your left knee in a bit. So then sending that right leg back becomes much easier. Tuck the right toes, just do a couple of pulses, and then gently release that right knee down. Bring your toes together, take your knees slightly wider, and just briefly stretch back. Reach your fingertips out in front. Maybe you prefer to rest forehead on stacked fists. Whichever feels right for you. And if you need to stay here longer, feel free to do so. Otherwise, when you're ready to, bring yourself back up to all fours. From your all four position, repeat it on the other side. So your left leg glides back, toes tuck, couple of pulses. And then again, resting your hands on blocks or books may help to make that transition a little bit smoother. We inhale, lift the left leg up, not too high. We don't want to affect the alignment. We step that foot forwards. It goes to the outside of the left hand. Maybe you catch hold and you shimmy, shimmy, shimmy until your knee is in line with your ankle. And then once you're forwards, if you are practicing and you're pregnant, please shorten that stance. Otherwise, breathe into that stretch on your inhale. And as you exhale, glide back. Again, your left toes lift as you glide back. If it's too strong, bend the knee, push your heel down, pull back for your left hip. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Good. Inhale forwards. Maybe from here, you can bring your books back into it and lift up for your chest, choosing what feels right for you. Maybe you're still moving forwards and back. You exhale, glide it back. Lift those toes up. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And your exhale, the aim is to keep the spine long, little fall forwards. Pulling back through that left hip. Just trying to level the hips out. And inhale, bring yourself all the way back forwards. From here, right hand onto block, onto the ground, left elbow comes onto your left thigh. You push the thigh away from you, and then your right hand comes onto your right shoulder. Do one circle back. Maybe you stay with this action, hand and shoulder, or maybe it's comfortable to extend and make that circle bigger. Completely your choice. Once you've done that third one back, hand comes back onto shoulder, one forwards. Extend the arms straight. Last one. And once you've done that last one, the right hand comes down onto the ground or onto your blocks. From here, just heel toe the left foot out so it's slightly wider. Maybe even turn your left toes out on the diagonal if you wish. Keep squeezing your front heel, your back knee towards each other so that we're not sinking. Grip for your right fingertips and inhale. Either reach your left hand up straight, or maybe your hand is just resting on your thigh. Or if it's comfortable for you to do so, maybe you are cactusing that arm, elbow bends, chest lifts, or maybe reaching back behind. Just choosing a position that feels right for you in this moment. We'll just hold it for one more round of breath. You inhale, bring the arm back up and over. Glide your hips back, walk the hands back. Your left toes will turn outer touch to the left. Keep them going off to the left as you bring your hands either to the center, closer to your left leg. Maybe you step your left hand across. Once that left hand is stepped across, maybe this is as far as you go. Maybe this is good for you. Otherwise, maybe you're pulling back through that left hip. And again, only if you're not practicing and you're pregnant, bring that right hand over the left leg. Only if it's comfortable for you. If it suddenly jumps in intensity, then maybe bring it back to the center. One more round of breath. You inhale, bring it all the way back to the center. Bring yourself forward slightly, tuck your right toes under, bring your right knee forward so that it makes it easier to glide that left leg back. Tuck the toes, just a couple of pulses. And gently release that knee down. Once again, take your knees wide, toes together, glide your hips back towards your heels. Reach the arms out in front of you, have a moment's rest. You can keep reaching out in front. You can have your bum a little bit higher if you wish, stack on fists. Or maybe you take a moment to just send the hands across to the right, stretched into the left side body, so you'll be pushing your left hip back. And if you are choosing that side stretch, remember to do the other side, so hands will go across to the left, and you'll push back through that right hip. Bringing yourself back to the center, just have a moment's stillness. So perhaps stack fist on fist. Rest your forehead onto them. I always find this really relaxing, just pressing there. Otherwise, feel free to keep the hands out in front or bring the arms back. Just choose where feels best for you. And take a few rounds of breath. Maybe you're completely still, or maybe you're swaying side to side, little movements. And just bringing yourself back onto your hands and your elbows. You're going to bring your knees in towards each other as you tuck your pelvis under and start to roll up. Now, this is really uncomfortable on your knees and ankles. Please feel free to bring yourself to cross-legged. Otherwise, hands are just trailing back as we float the head back up on top. Again, you can sit cross-legged here. You can place pillows and cushions, even your books underneath you to raise your seat a little bit higher to ease away tension in the ankles. Choose however is comfortable for you to sit. If you wish to stretch into your feet a little bit more, free to tuck the toes under. Obviously that ups the intensity, so feel free to release the toes whenever you wish. Otherwise, your right hand is going to come down towards the ground and your left arm is going to just stretch over gently. Inhale, bring it all the way back. Exhale, left hand down, right arm is going to stretch over to your left. Inhale, bring it back, let your arms go out to the side. From here, your right elbow is going underneath the left elbow, and the backs of the hands are going to touch towards each other. Now, if this is too much, hands on elbows, hands on shoulders. Otherwise, backs of hands. If it's comfortable for you to do further still, you can let your right hand wrap round and catch hold of your left palm. But just go wherever is good with you. From here, you take a deep breath in, lift your elbows up. With any of those positions, feel like you're sliding your arms further forwards. Your shoulder blades protract slightly out to the sides. And then as you exhale, it's as if you're trying to draw them down towards belly button just a tiny bit. Now, if you're pregnant, it'll be a really small movement. If you're not, maybe it's a little bit bigger. It's not aiming to touch your belly button. You're just along that path. You then inhale, lift, back up. And exhale, fall back. Inhale, lift, back up. Open the arms out to the sides. We'll swap sides. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches over. And back again. Bring it all the way back. Reach out for your fingertips. This time your left arm is underneath. And again, perhaps it's backs of hands. Perhaps it's shoulders. Or maybe you wrap that hand round and catch hold of your palm. You inhale, lift the elbows up. Draw your arms out. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And again, exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And then open the arms back out to the sides. Really, really stretch. And release your hands all the way down. Release your feet, release your bum. Swing your legs out in front. Bring the hands slightly behind you and just exhale. Gently slow slide to side. Release into your hips. And then once you've done both sides equally, just gently releasing. Bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands back behind you, fingertips down onto the ground, lift your chest up, or perhaps you catch hold of each elbow, or perhaps you bring your palms together, open your chest. If you are taking that option, please hug the ribs in towards each other, lift up through the crown of the head still. And bring yourself back to a comfortable seated position. Bring your left hand out in front as if you're about to say stop. Cover the fingers with your right fingertips and just push out. Your thumb can be tucked in or untucked. Choose whatever feels good for you. Don't think too much about it. Bring your left elbow back. Hug the left heel of the hand in towards the body, and so it flips up and push down. And we'll do the same on the other side. So right hand says stop. Left fingertips cover right fingertips. Push out. And again, thumb can be tucked or untucked. Bring it all the way back in so that your elbow is by your waist. Heel of the hand moves in towards the body, lifts up, and then you push down. Good. And gently release the hands, roll your shoulders forwards, roll your shoulders back. We're going to bring ourselves down to a lying down position now. So you'll want all your props handy, perhaps wrap yourself up warm, dressing gowns if you wish, fluffy socks, get the blankets ready to put over you. If you are pregnant, you will need both pillows handy and your cushions, just to bring everybody else down onto the mat first. While you wait, you can hug your knees into your chest, gently rock side to side. You can do little circles. You can gently twist, trying to keep both shoulders down on the ground. Just choose whatever feels best for you. Otherwise, if you are pregnant, you want to bring yourself onto your left side. So your left leg is out nice and straight. Pillow in front. You can even put your pillow on books if you want a little bit more height. Cushion at the top end. Lie down slowly and gently. Right leg is going to come across. Gently rest onto that pillow. Your arm can go out in front of you, underneath. However it feels comfortable for you, but just get cozy. Wrap a blanket over you. You can support bump a little bit more if you want to tuck blanket underneath. Just choose whatever feels right. If you are lying on your back, you have a couple of choices. You can take your feet as wide as your mat. If you do have any kind of niggles in your lower back, lift your bum up, lengthen along the lower back, and then release the pelvis back down. Feet nice and wide, knees touch in, toes turn in as well, arms just releasing out to the side, or perhaps legs are out straight if you're comfortable for that. Cover yourself up with a blanket, get cozy, get all of your wriggles out now. Stare at a spot ahead of you. Take a deep breath in. Then as you exhale, just gently blink your eyes shut. Open them again, softly on the inhale. And a few more times, with every single exhale, your eyes get heavier and heavier and heavier. Until about the fourth or fifth exhale, your eyes are so heavy, they just close. The facial muscles, they relax. The shoulders soften. Everywhere just starts to release into the support of the ground. You draw your awareness back to your breath. And just become aware of your natural breath, how it flows in and out of you. Feeling this sense of coolness as you inhale, and this warmth on your upper lip as you exhale. As you start to relax here, you may find your breath lengthens, slows. If thoughts arise, simply notice them and trust that the breath will carry you back to this place of stillness. Returning to that body scan that we started the class off with. But this time, as you scan down the body, notice which parts feel relaxed or tense, comfortable or uncomfortable, light or heavy. And once you've done that first scan, gradually scan down your body once more from head to toe, relaxing one body part at a time. Try imagining each body part getting heavier and spreading out a little more. That heaviness continues to spread. So that the head, the arms, the torso, the legs all feel heavy. Your inhale, you say to yourself, I am. And your exhale, you say to yourself, relaxed. Inhale, I am. Exhale, relaxed. I am relaxed. My whole body is relaxed. Both body and mind are still. Both my body and my mind are still. Both my body and my mind are still. Come back to the feeling of your breath flowing in and out of your nostrils. Maintain your awareness of breath, and at the same time, develop your awareness of your physical body. Your body is completely relaxed. Completely relaxed, lying comfortably on your floor. Do not open your eyes yet. Lie quietly until you feel ready to move. And if you do feel ready to move, perhaps start by just gently circling your thumb over each fingertip slowly and softly. Perhaps that starts to spread to fingertips wriggling slowly, maybe your toes have a wriggle. Just take your time. There really is no rush, there's no hurry. One of the bonus of this home practice is you can just lie still on your mat for longer if you wish. Rolling on to one side. When you're ready, carefully press into your supporting hand and ease yourself up to a seated position with your eyes still closed. Sitting comfortably, bring your palms together and start to softly rub them. Bring some heat between your hands. Gently covering your eyes with your hands. And just open the eyes softly into the darkness. Spreading your fingers slowly apart, easing in some light. Bringing your hands to heart center, softly by your head. And just taking a moment to be proud of yourself for showing up here tonight. To listening intuitively to your body, to release it, to relax it. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me here. I hope you enjoyed the class. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. It's Keri Lincoln Yoga. Basically, everything is Keri Lincoln Yoga. So please reach out if you want to keep in touch or have any questions. Tomorrow, there is a lovely sound healing at 9 p.m. with Francesca. Her session a couple of weeks back was just beautiful. So please hop along to that at 9 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment if you wish, if you enjoyed it. And thank you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to come and practice with me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. Good night.